Howdy, 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 howdy. Bob's back, Biker News Canada. I'm just waiting for it to get over to Facebook, and we got it over to Facebook. All right. How's everyone out there tonight? Bob is back with a Tuesday night interview, and this is going to be a cool interview. It's Welland County Motorcycle Club and Speedway. So these guys, they were a club first, and now they take care of the flat track down there. So if anyone's interested in flat track racing, be sure to watch this interview. It's going to be chock full of information. And hey, without any further ado, let's welcome Welland County MC up here to the screen. Hi guys, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Good to meet you finally. And we've got Tommy. He's already in the show. Hey Tommy, good to see you, brother. Coming to us all the way from over there in Australia.
Oh, wow.
That's pretty cool, eh? That's a good thing about the internet. We got a good reach on the internet. So, and, oh, there he is. He's saying, hey, guys. Can you guys see on your screen when you get comments?
Yeah, we can see the chat coming up at the bottom.
Good. Okay, so I'll keep the chat going as I see new messages. I'll put them on. So, you guys been around a long time, eh? Give me just a little brief history, or if you want to make it a long history, of the Welland County MC, if you will.
Well, the Welland County Motorcycle Club started in 1946. Started as the Welland Skyhawks. And that went, I think, about 9 years, would it be? And then it was changed to the Welland County Motorcycle Club, incorporated in 1966. And,
Nice.
with a little tiny... The property, they got the property settled, but when it came time to build a clubhouse, because you need a place to get together, they built this little tiny. It was basically a room, and that served as the original clubhouse, and it was built like this way, and then a few years later we built a section added onto it, like an L section.
So it's an L shape.
Yeah, so that became the main clubhouse. And then about 20 years ago, they built a video conference center that goes all the way back to the back. So it's like this, and it's a huge room. We sit 120 for dinner. Incredible, the size of it. And we have 27 acres of property here. We're just so proud of everything that we've accomplished here, and mostly we're proud about our community impact. We've always dealt with trying to feed kids or try to help organizations with kids. We worked with Pastone, Children's Mental Health, for a number of years.
Okay.
And then the last couple of years, we're working now currently in Welland with the Hope Center, the Hope Center of Welland.
Yeah.
Within 2 weeks of landing the Hope Center, Mayor Frank Campion called us up and said, Brian, I want to come in and do an interview with you and not the current president, but our past president, Sean Gillespie. Talk about the Hope Center, talk about the Welland County Motorcycle Club, talk about me, the mayor, and mostly talk about the Hope Center. And we had such a fabulous interview that time. So we're really proud of not only the racing and a professional racetrack, and these ladies handle that racetrack. These are the pros.
Nice.
We owe all our thanks to them, and they work hard every Saturday, not just Saturday night for a couple hours, but it's a Saturday gig. The number of people that's required just to park cars, the number of people in the food booth, the candy shack, registration, these ladies making sure that track is raceable. Yeah. And the people that actually work the track, we have graders and tractors and a water truck, and it takes an army to do it, but somehow we all kind of bump heads every now and then, but at the end of the night, we have a pretty successful racing, and we're quite proud of that. Wow.
Good for you, and you should be proud of it. And thank you guys for coming on the interview, because you fit right into what I'm trying to get across, I guess, and bring out to the light, is all these people that are bikers. The biggest. Well, we know that they have the 1% moniker. We all know what that supposedly means. But when I was a 1%er, I didn't take it to mean to be a criminal. I took it to mean that we just lived inside of our own sets of rules, and whatever society said about it, well, we didn't really affect them. We didn't care.
Well,
But
we here at Welland, it's run what you brung. It's a family-oriented club. It's a
Mhm.
family-based club.
yeah,
We encourage families, young families, to come out. You can, we're always we're encouraging membership all the time, and you can be proud to be a member here because there's so many things going on for the family, and we have family rides. Run what you brung. It's not all, you don't have to have a Yamaha or a Harley Davidson. You run what you brung, and that makes it nice. That means that we're open to everybody.
it's open.
It doesn't
Yeah,
even have to be a street bike. Some of our members don't ride street bikes. They're more like dirt riders. It doesn't like part of the membership that you do have to own a bike, but it
Yeah.
doesn't have to be a street bike.
oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Well, that's a whole new twist. I never, yeah. Now, how does somebody get into it's a flat track? Is that correct?
Yeah.
So what does that mean? It means that the corners aren't banked?
They're slightly banked, but it's generally a flat track. If you think of like a stock car track,
Yeah.
we're like a hard clay surface. And we're nowhere near as banked as a stock car track is. We're relatively flat. We got in during the COVID 2020 shutdown. We kind of took advantage of that year. We resurfaced the track. We got, I mean, hundreds of loads of dirt.
335 triaxle truckloads of
Holy.
soft silt clay.
So we resurfaced the track, built it up. So it's a different dirt, but it's still like it's like a hard clay dirt. It's about a quarter mile or so. And yeah, the track's been here for about 53 years or so. A lot of the riders, a lot of the racers that are out there, they're like multi-generational racers. We have some racers that come over from the States because we're not far from the border. We're only about a half an hour drive from the border. And there's another racetrack just across the border. We had one of the families come over. It's like a 4-generational family of racing. So a lot of the people that we have racing here, they have been at it for years and decades. But then we also have kids coming out. We have kids as young as 4 years old can race on 50 cc's. So we have like the next generation of racing. And a lot of our racers are having their kids come out now.
Well, what a great way to keep your kids out of bad business is to get them racing, right?
Absolutely.
So sounds like it'd be a last after rain on track. What's that mean? Oh, it'd be a blast.
Our track doesn't really handle the rain very well.
Oh, he says sound like it'd be a blast. I think you meant after a rain. Yeah, you guys don't go in the rain?
No, it gets way too slippery. It unfortunately doesn't handle rain very well.
Yeah, because clay's its own animal in itself, isn't it? It's not like sand and stuff like that. Clay gets slippery. Yeah, we got you. Thanks for joining us, Stefano. Stefano's another regular fan. He's from Alberta.
Oh, nice.
Wow.
And he's trying to get me out there to come out there for a ride with him. And I love anyone who gives me an open invitation like that. It means a lot to me, right? It's just
Good, you got one. How's that?
Exactly.
Right now, right here and now, you got an open invitation.
Well, exactly. I got to. I'm in between motorcycles right now, so life got tough on me, and it's still not getting much better. And I had to sell my Street Glide, but I can work a deal on an FXR and Evolution. It's just I don't know if I should do it or not. You know what I mean? I got bills to pay, or there's an FXR over there that's calling my name. You know what I mean? It's a tough decision.
You gotta do it. That's all. You just gotta do it.
Well, exactly right. And like I say, it means a lot to me when you just meet people online and stuff, and they're offering you stuff like that. I mean, there's another guy who's offered me come over and stay with me for a weekend. I got a big camper. It's all yours and all that. Like, what great people, eh? And that's kind of what I really wanted people to understand about the motorcycle community. Is it's
a family.
Don't
you think it's a family thing?
It's very inclusive, right?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, you're right, Steph. You're right. You only live once. Enjoy the ride. You're absolutely right. So, is it your guys' club? I see advertises for where you do Battle of the Border and all that? Is that a friendly thing between you and the guys in New York State?
Yeah. So the Battle at the Border is something that one of our racers, Doug Lawrence, is a local rider, but he also went professional and raced in the American series. So he's got a lot of connections with some American riders. And this is something that Doug kind of dreamed up and approached the club about. And the first year we gave it a shot, and it was a huge success. On a typical night, we're lucky if we get like 10 to 12 experts. And that night, I think we had 28 experts here for the show. So yeah, we had some really high caliber riders. They put on a phenomenal show.
How was the difference? Did you really notice the difference?
Oh yeah. They were. I mean, we have some pretty fast guys. Don't get me wrong, and girls. But the Americans that came up, they really put on a show, and they were doing some times on our track that we hadn't seen before, which was impressive because not everybody is used to riding clay, especially quarter mile clays. So to watch them come up here and ride the wheels off was really impressive.
Yeah.
So we've got that scheduled for our September race this year. We're going to do it again. We're going to have some Americans come up and see what they can pull off versus our Canadian riders.
Yeah. The Canadian guys are going to have to get to it.
And this year is kind of, Doug's were branding it as match point because for the first year it was a Canadian who won. It was actually Doug who won. And then for the second year, it was an American. It was Trent Lowe who won. So this year is kind of like the tiebreaker of who's going to come out on top.
That'll be really good, man. I got to go down there. Yeah. I've never seen a flat track race in person. I got to get down there and see one. You guys ain't very far from me. I'm in London, so what's that? Hour and a half drive, couple hour drive. It ain't far.
That's 20 minutes, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think
or get that FXR. I can make it a lot quicker on the FXR, I bet you. I wonder if you'll leave in his name for a week. He's an old friend of mine, and I probably will at the end of the day go ahead with the deal. You know what I mean? And you guys do fundraisers as well, you already mentioned. Oh, look at those things go. You guys mind if I share the screen with your webpage?
Yeah, go ahead.
Or your Facebook page, sorry?
Oh, that was actually so that was a race that we do once a year. We have the 750s come out. So they're not all 750s, they're all twin engines. And realistically, these bikes usually wouldn't race on a quarter mile. They're too powerful.
Right.
But for a show, we do it once a year. It's also the Les Washburn Memorial. He was an American rider who was actually a fairly regular face here. And he passed away, I believe it's 10 years ago now, quite suddenly. And we do that race as like a memorial race to him. So that race that you were looking at above with the checkered flag, that was the finish for the 750 race. And it was so close. So I was pointing to the outside so people could tell who the winner was because it was that close.
That was really close. That was like front wheels.
Yeah.
Yeah, by the time they hit the line, there was front wheels. Wow, that's pretty cool. So
you can see, Bob, if you notice, you can see just how fast that is. When they go bowling past you, they're already moving.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, when they were flying by the checker flag, they were giving her, weren't they?
Oh, yeah. And honestly, I would say that those bikes weren't even the fastest class that night because, again, they're overpowered for our track. The bikes that you're showing right now, those are the more typical ones that we see. A lot of just 450, like Honda CFR 450s, just your typical dirt bike, a little bit different suspension, tires, some minor modifications, and that's what most guys ride.
And the way they go, they almost look like they can ride those bikes home at the end of it, don't they?
Some of the bikes in that class actually are 883 street bikes. So they can ride them home. They're Sportsters.
They're 883s. I was going to say, that's a sporty. Man, oh, man.
Yeah. There's Uncle Wes.
Uncle Wes.
Is that one of your founders?
Close to it. But he's a very recognizable face. A lot of people within Ontario, New York, Ohio, he's quite recognizable. A lot of people know his face. He was also our announcer for years and years.
And he ran the track back in the 60s and stuff.
Yeah, his name is Wes Pierce, Wesley J. Pierce. and we call him Uncle Wes.
Nice.
He really is a mainstay around here, and he does a lot of PR for us still, and he's got to be. I think he's 84 this year,
Yeah.
and he's out there pushing the PR. So
It's in his
very
blood.
important. Yeah,
Good man. And it's nice to have all different ages get involved and be all about it, right?
Mhm.
It's all part of the family.
Yeah.
Yeah. So is that our fella that? Oh no,
That's
this
Les
is the one.
Washington,
Okay,
yeah.
that's the one you were talking about. Okay, I get it. Look at me. Looks like he was flying in that one in the bottom
yeah.
left there, eh?
Yes.
Judging by all the blurs around him.
Yeah, he was an awesome racer. His last race was actually at our track. He passed away, I believe it was a heart attack. He suddenly passed away from, and it was one of our September races was his, I believe it was a September race. It was his last race.
Is that a sporty?
I don't know what he's riding, to be honest.
Looks like the tank might say Harley Davidson, doesn't it? Tough call. So what was your is this the one that's coming up soon? The Fallen Members ride? Or is this one already happened?
We've had our Fallen Members ride.
That one happened already. Okay.
A couple of weeks ago, yes. We have a very respectful service, a ceremony in front of the clubhouse. We lower our flag halfway, and we have a ceremony of a roll call.
Yeah.
Then we do one lap on the track backwards lap, and then we go out for a ride and visit some of the grave sites.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's a very respectful day.
Yeah, we used to do that in the club. We go around to the grave sites. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's important.
See, the club is so old that we go back a long ways, and we really want to honor the hands and the faces and the people that built this place.
Mm-hmm.
On a regular race day, how many bikes do you get come out to, or just like a normal racetrack day?
It can vary. We don't keep track of number of bikes. We keep track of registrations. So because a lot of people like kind of double dip and ride multiple classes.
Okay.
On like a low night, we're sitting at about 100. But on our typical nights, I'll say this year hasn't been typical numbers. But last year we'd be seeing about 130 on some of our bigger nights, like our 750 night is a bigger night. Obviously the Battle at the Border is a bigger night. Some of the memorial races will be above 150 entries.
Nice. Now, how do they do the classes? It's all engine size?
It goes by engine size. So our youth classes start at 50 cc. We've got both the PWs and the chain class. So most of our kids will start in the PW class just because they don't have to know the gears.
Right.
Okay. And then there's all the way like the 65s, 85s, and then our adult classes. We've got some veteran classes. We've got some classes for vintage, which is a lot of fun because one of the classes is basically just like old barn finds. It's kind of why the class was created, was for people to kind of just bring out their barn finds and get them on the track. And I always laugh because we'll set up 2 heats of 4 and we never finish with what we started. We'll register 8 people and 3 will finish.
Yeah.
Some nights are better than others.
It's just kind of the charm of that class.
It reminds me of those endurance races that they used to have at Delaware. There'd be 200 cars at the starting line and only 5 could finish. It's like, what happened to all the other cars?
And most of our adult classes are more like of an ability. So we have like a novice, intermediate, expert. They kind of classify themselves in what class they're comfortable with. Generally, if you win the class, you move up the next year. Not always the case, but it usually is the case. And they kind of put themselves in the class that they feel that they're comfortable in. If we feel that there's maybe some changes that should be made, usually we'll say something, or like even some of the guys in the pits will have a conversation with them. And they just kind of like self-police it.
So you
most of those bikes are 450s, or some of them are 600s. A lot of the guys are riding like 450 motocross bikes that have been turned into flat trackers.
Yeah.
But there are some bikes in the pits that are 600s, like some old road taxes and stuff like that. We call them framers, but they're definitely not as common as they used to be even 10, 15 years ago. But there is still some kicking around.
Now you guys look like you get pretty good spectators on this video. Anyway, this is a good video here. This one, eh? For autograph night.
That was our autograph night. That is another bigger night where during intermission the guys and the girls, I keep saying guys, but the racers will bring their bikes out onto the track, and they'll bring posters, and everybody gets to go down onto the track and kind of get some pictures and autographs, and the kids love it. They get to meet the racers. It's not something that they always get to do because the pits is a restricted area. So, even just being able to get on the track itself, it's a unique opportunity for the kids and the adults to kind of go out and check out the surface. It's not something they usually get to do.
It's fun when you're a kid to get down there in the pits, eh? I used to love it. My dad was a mechanic, so I used to love it. He was a drag racer. We'd get down in the pits with him. It was fun. The smell of oil, the smell of burning rubber, all those smells that they take me back to my childhood, right?
And there was a good point just made here.
What's that?
The young racers, the kids, on autograph night, we got people to go up and ask for their autographs. Like they feel like they are professional racers. Yeah. They give autographs. I mean, that's what this is all about.
I missed that.
At the end of the day, you're looking for tomorrow. That's the next generation. Yeah. That's the tomorrow. And we're so proud of that signature night.
So some of our
No, go ahead.
I just want to say some of our pro riders started as kids here. Hunter Bauer, who is riding in the American Series now, Doug Lawrence, Don Taylor, both of the Seguin brothers. Like those are all racers who have gone into the States, and they all started here on like 50 cc's. So it's interesting to see like the development at our track of some of those riders.
No, that is really cool, eh? Because you can turn that into a big. I think it's probably like any other motorsport. If you get the right sponsorship and stuff behind you, you can really go places, right? Mm-hmm. I guess the sponsors got to see something in you to approach you. I suppose. Well, I'm looking at that burnout one.
Our track is like we don't deal with a lot of like big name sponsors. We have a lot of sponsorships from local businesses and stuff like that. But you'll see some tracks down in the States sponsored by like big name brands. Like I know AFC is involved with Mission Foods and stuff like that. And we don't see that. We do see a lot of support from our community and local businesses, and we try to pay that back to them. And we do some rides throughout the fall and the summer where we'll go visit our sponsors and stuff like that to try and kind of pay that appreciation back. But it really is like a backyard grassroots racing where there's not a lot of big money sponsorship involved. But it's just the fun of the sport that keeps bringing people back. Yeah. And it's not super expensive. You don't need a whole lot of equipment. There's no licensing fees. You just come out for the kids. You pay $15, and so it's really easy for parents to bring their kids out, or even adults to come and try it out, because there's not a lot of financial commitment to it before you really know if you like it.
No, that's a nice thing about it, eh? That's a very nice thing about it, because like I say, I'd rather see it kids learning how to ride motorcycles and dirt bikes and be safe about it, and don't be crazy about it.
Right.
But get them into the motorcycle scene, right? Mm-hmm. Motorcycle scene is and the community is growing and growing and growing. And I take it that the people of Welland love you guys in your track, right? Like the
fans. We have a great following. These guys are celebrities out here.
Don't say that.
No, these guys are celebrities. The fans loved it when they walk out on the track. They get the flags ready to go. Everybody knows we're down to business and we're going to see a show. And they're a no nonsense team. We're big. They are, and we are big on safety. Number one at the end of the day. And the fans love it. We have a solid base. You always get a core of people. They'll come out in a rainstorm. They'll come out in a snowstorm. But there's a really solid, good base here. And a lot of, I think it varies from race to race who comes out. but we have, a crew parking cars, and at the end of the night, they're glad it's done. So that's a good indication as to what we have. And we have professional food here. Everything comes from Big Reds. It's a big deal here locally, and it's all really good quality. We don't chintz out on stuff like that. We want our people to have the best here.
I met some guys from Welland one time. I used to have a food trailer, and I would go to different events all over the province. And the one guy I ran into, he had a pizza thing, and he was like all over me all weekend. Welland's got the best pizza in Ontario, and I'm like, all right, give me a slice, bro, give me a slice. It was good. There's no getting around it. It was good. Now I can't remember something about Rose. He said something.
Rose City,
probably.
Oh, yeah.
That's where we get it on race nights.
Yep.
There's a lot of pizza places in Welland, but Rose City is a pretty well-known one too.
Okay. Yeah, and he was a cool little guy, right? He's a little older than me, Italian guy. He was doing his thing. I like the Italian guys because they're not afraid to announce themselves, right? They'll tell you.
Italian?
No, not yet. Not yet.
Now I had the guys on last week from a group in Niagara Falls called Torque and Throttle.
Okay.
And I was asking them guys if they ever bring their group down to one of your guys' race nights. Because they have a fairly big, they're groms and they're street bikes and that. But hey, man, it'd be a nice ride from the falls over to Welland. It's not too far, and it's a good little ride. And stay and watch a couple races and go on home, right? Be a good night out.
That's the thing. They don't watch a couple of races. Once they see what's going on, they kind of stay. Yeah.
Yeah, may as well. And that was something I was trying to get arranged with me and a couple of my buddies up here in London was let's get on the bikes and go down there and check out this racing because we don't have this stuff in London. Yeah. And like Tommy said, it sounds like a real fun night out, and I think it does. It sounds like a wild fun night out.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yes.
If you're gonna make one, the September race will be the best of the year, with it being the Battle at the Border. We're gonna have like the most highest caliber of racing and probably the highest turnout of racers as well. Mm-hmm. Nice. And it won't be super hot because it's in September.
I was gonna ask,
is always a bonus.
Is the heat? Does the heat mess with you guys? Does it play a factor?
Yeah. It's long days when it's really, really hot.
Yeah. Especially,
and it's hard on the racers too, with all their gear and everything. It's hard on the track to keep the moisture in. Yeah. It makes the day a lot harder.
And the bikes don't really like it in the hot either because they're all air cooled, most of them, aren't they?
A lot of them are, yeah.
Yeah.
And the track, if I can, the track preparation guys. I mean, sometimes they're out there 4 days in advance. They scratch the track surface and we try to get water in the track as much as rather than on the track.
Right.
Moisture in the track, and then when these ladies show up, the track has to pass, and if it passes their scrutiny, away we go. But it takes time to get the moisture in the track, and a bright sun and a wind just wreaks havoc around here.
Right. So 57 Straight Legs said you have to be good to be a flat tracker. I believe that. I can see that back wheel. If you twist too hard on that throttle, that back wheel's going to come, say goodbye.
Yes, it will.
But the nice part is for the most part, these races are fairly safe.
Years ago, we used to have a big sign out here, and there was a hot dog on the sign. I don't know if it was Schneider's, but there was a hot dog advertisement. And one of our riders got messed up and went through the sign one night. Fred Legault, he's a great guy. He's been a member here forever. He started here when Moby Dick was a minnow. And he's been here forever, and a great racer and a serious competitor. And they just got in over their heads one night. He went through the sign, and from that point on, we've called him Hot Dog Freddie Legault.
He's got a hot dog.
The roll call is hot dog or Fred. He answers anything.
That'd be wild, eh? Yeah. You see them guys, but see, like I say, the club I used to be a part of back in the day, and then they started in the 30s, and they were a flat track racing crew, and that's how they started. They evolved over the years into different things and all that, but they started out as a racing team. And I think in the States, a fair amount of motorcycle clubs started out as racing
And
teams.
hill climbers. Didn't
Yeah.
a lot of our guys did hill climbing
Yeah.
here, you know,
Oh, yeah.
in the
Yeah.
50s. Yeah. Enduros.
That'd be interesting.
There's a lot of history here, you
Yeah.
know, and after the race or even during the race, we encourage people to go in and walk through the clubhouse. The history of
right.
an 80-year-old clubhouse. Next year will be our 80th anniversary here. We're proud of that.
Yeah, we
when
should
you
be in
walk-
that. Yeah, good on you guys.
Thanks, Bob. When you walk through this clubhouse, there's a lot of history here. There's a lot of people, right, that's
Yeah.
come and gone, and built by, you know, basically after work on
Right.
weekends. A lot of this stuff got built out here, you know, so it's
Yeah.
amazing. We're just so lucky to have it.
Yeah,
Our club historian has been really good with, like, the walls of our clubhouse is, like Shelley said, it's like a museum. They're just covered with stuff from the past and news articles and like some of our old clothing, and like there's so much stuff on the walls, but it really shows like the history of the last 80 years out here.
Yeah.
Oh, I encourage everyone down anywhere, even close to Welland, because Welland doesn't matter where you are, to ride from wherever you are to Welland, you're going to find some nice roads to ride down. You don't have to stay on that 40 whatever it is. What is that goes from St. Catharines down?
406.
406. Yeah, you don't have to stay on that. You can take the back roads if you got GPS. You take the
Yeah.
back roads anyway, as long as you know which way is south. You know what I mean? Eventually you'll get there. I think I've only been to Welland once or twice in my lifetime. I think it was with the food trailer. Just happened to be doing some events down that way. I didn't even realize how big those canals and everything was down there. It's quite a thing down there. It's a pretty city, eh?
It's a piece of paradise down here. I think sometimes we fail to recognize just how beautiful it is. In the summertime or late fall, riding a motorcycle through the vineyards of Niagara on the Lake, and you can smell the grapes cooking in the sun. That could be in Provence, France. That could be anywhere in the world.
Yeah.
And we have it right here.
It's in your
incredible.
That's the
backyard.
clay that our track is built from. When the canal was dredged, that's where the clay came from.
Mhm.
Oh, that's
So when
really
we
cool.
resurfaced our track, we had to try and make sure that we were getting similar clay, because it's kind of a unique clay. It's not like some of the other clay that you'll find in the locations around here. So when we resurfaced, there was a location getting rid of some of the similar soil, which is why we kind of capitalized on it and took it. It's not the same, but it's pretty close.
Probably better.
Yeah.
When
Yeah.
Brock University here put in the Pan Am Games,
Right?
all that they called it soft silk clay. I don't really understand what soft silk clay is, but they said for racing purposes, once it's treated properly and you have moisture and they'll actually, and at the end of the race, these guys will be walking on a polished, shiny surface. So it really is a true, an amazing surface to race on.
It's a whole different thing. So it's not like dirt where it's loose, then, is it?
No, not at all.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
So I guess that must be the thing that I just had in my head. I think they call it flat track dirt racing somewheres, right? And so in your head, you're thinking like a loose topsoil or something.
Yeah.
Well,
you guys
some of
have
the flat tracks are like that though. Like there are some of the there's a series called Flat Track Canada that runs mainly in Ontario and a little bit in Quebec. And one of their races is at our facility, but they also race around Ontario, mainly at horse racing facilities. So we've actually been to the track in London.
Flamborough or something. Isn't there one in Flamborough?
We were at Flamborough last weekend. We're going to Merrittville, actually, which is a local stock car track. They're there this Saturday. So that's a more comparable surface, but a lot of the horse tracks that they race on is like a pea gravel. They call it a cushion track. So our track is, I guess, one of the types of tracks, but it's definitely not all of the flat tracks are that like hard clay.
Of course, ours is the best track.
Yeah, of course.
Just in case you want to know.
Now, as far as somebody who's interested in coming along and saying hi and maybe thinking in their head, geez, I wouldn't mind being a member of Welland County MC. Is it without getting too much into your personal stuff, is it like a traditional MC? There's steps, etc.
Yeah,
simple.
it's very, very simple. If you come out and sit in as a guest, anyone can come in and sit as a guest. And usually on a Wednesday night, we start at 8 o'clock sharp. That's what we tell everybody. And you can sit in as a guest. If you like what you see and you appreciate what's going on, there's a lot to talk about. It's very friendly here. And you look around and see the history. If you like what you see, then there's you fill out a what would you call it?
Application.
You would call it an application form. And then you look around and meet some people and create a sponsor or two.
Yeah.
And, and then, of course, as you're meeting people, they'll know if they want to sponsor you or not. Chances are, you get a sponsor or two. That goes for 8, I don't think it's consecutive meetings, but certainly 8 meetings. And at the end of 8 meetings, you get voted on.
Okay.
As a prospective member,
Right.
and then we do one complete year, and we work together and we ride together, and you see how the track operates and how the food booth operates and how a proper meeting is run.
And see where you can fit in.
At the end of that year, then, like for example, if you did this, at the end of that year, we would sit down and say, well, what do you think of Bob? And we would have you not come for that meeting,
stand outside or whatever,
and do the vote.
Yeah, so it's basically like a traditional MC. There's still a prospective period and all that.
And it's very exciting because we have a great number of young guys here right now.
Yeah,
young guys. I'm sorry. Yes. These guys are past members, by the way.
Let's see.
And so, guys and gals, we have a great number of young people here coming along that we are going to pass the tradition down.
That's awesome.
With the racetrack and the club.
That is awesome. Yeah. So, and most of the people that are going to come in and, fill out the application, even do that step, I'm assuming would already know a member. That's why they're interested.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Not necessarily, but yes, anyone is welcome. Let's leave it at that. You can come in anytime and or call ahead of time, or, go online.
I like that.
Membership secretary and the officers are online on our website, so no problem.
You've got all the same stuff as
Yeah.
So like Tommy said, very traditional. Yeah. And it's tough sometimes with motorcycle clubs. We all know it's tough. Sometimes you get people in there that think they know everything and won't let anyone else speak. And sometimes you hit that nice club that everyone actually gets along and works together instead of having cliques working against.
Oh, that's in a perfect world. It's not perfect here.
No,
we strive to honor each other, and respect each other, in word and deed. So it's a working club. Make no mistake about it. The racetrack pays the bills, and if the grass has to be cut, and the washrooms have to be dealt with, and the stands and so on. So. But if everybody, the more hands, the easier the job, so we have work parties and we have fun with the work parties. And
because nobody wants to be, I got to do toilets every weekend.
You'll fit in.
So the toilets ain't going to do themselves, unfortunately. Now, what was the next charity event you guys had coming up? It's in August, isn't it?
Yeah, the Mustache Ride. This is the 10th annual Mustache Ride. It starts here August the 11th, Sunday, August the 11th, and it's right here, $30 registration fee. It's a great day. We have a full day of riding and back to the club. Do you guys want to add anything here? Proceeds go to men's cancer.
It's actually the 10th, I think.
It's
the 10th, yeah.
It's the 10th.
Sunday the 10th.
We have a misprint here. Yeah,
Okay.
So thanks for checking.
No worries.
So Sunday, August the 10th is the Mustache Ride. Go online, of course, and check it out.
Great food.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's one of the best foods with the ride that's included. Goes to a great cause. It's one of the 2 kind of big charity runs that we do each year.
It's a signature.
This is the first one that for this year that we're having, and then at the end of August we have the Bike Fest.
There's the mustache, right? I can't find it on,
Yeah.
on the Facebook page. You know what I'll do? I'll go on the Welland County MC website. Now, do you guys tie that in with the Ride for Dad?
Yes.
It was kind of a spin-off from the Ride for Dad. One of our members started it 10 years ago, and all the proceeds go to Ride for Dad. And that's kind of where it all started.
Uh-oh. Again, another thing that's great for our club, the public relations efforts thing. It's great for everybody. And a great cause.
Okay, I'm gonna get out of here. I just tried finding it elsewhere, but I can't find it. So we'll just.
I think there is a separate. I'll have to maybe put it in our main group. There's a separate group on Facebook for the Mustache Ride.
Okay.
I'll share it into our main group if it's not there. Most of it's on our website too, with like information on where you can donate and registration times and stuff like that.
Right. Because we may as well pump that a little bit for you guys and see if we can help you get a couple more riders. And that's all I'm hoping for. Like with all these interviews and all this stuff, I'm just hoping that if I get one or two more people interested in what you guys are doing, that I've done my job. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
And I think the interview way to do it. See, look at that. I got my other monitors going wonky. I give the old man fix. Bang. It worked. You know what I mean? I think with
Bob, I'm sorry, but then after Mustache Ride, our big event is the big charity here, of course, is the Hope Center. And we were in conjunction with the mayor's office and the local police department, and all of it all comes together. And it's August the 23rd.
August 23rd for that one.
John Clare Memorial Ride. John Clare was a member here, died this last year. I don't know if he was a founding member, but he was one of the original members. Would that be fair?
Yeah, he was a member for 75 years.
Yeah.
Holy moly.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he was the owner of Claire's Harley Davidson here in St. Catharines on York Road, Claire's Harley Davidson, and Claire's Cycle and Sports on the 20 Highway in Fenwick, Font Hill. And so the family, they want to dovetail a memorial ride the morning of Bike Fest on the 23rd. So we're going to ride into our own, well, not all of us, because obviously we'll be all busy, but quite busy, but there'll be a number of us at the family's request to ride a group right into Bike Fest.
Nice.
So we're honored to be a part of that. I mean, this just goes on. The family is huge, So this we're so proud of all these things. Yeah. And then we're going to start around noon hour. We have a professional band, three professional bands, a sound stage. We own the sound stage. It'll be engineered. It'll be the very best of the very best.
There's like 50 vendors or so.
Yeah, we have. Well, I think it's 58 right now, going on 60. Yeah. So the vendor list is growing. We might hit 70 or 80 before it's over. We could possibly have between 5,000 and 8,000 people here in one day, and it's a transient thing. Like people come and go,
and then they go to the next part.
All the clubs are invited, and everybody that rides anything.
There's 2 bikes to win.
And yes, we draw for a 2024 Harley Davidson Lowrider. So you can buy tickets, $20 a ticket, or $5 for $100. And then there's there's a Honda. What's in it? What's a
Sierra?
I think it's a 50.
So yeah, like almost like a
mini bike.
Yeah.
Still mini.
Yeah. And so everyone's, they see that, they're excited about that. Sales are brisk this year. All proceeds for that day go to the Hope Center. All of it. So we're really hoping to have good weather.
Yeah.
These things are all weather related, right?
Everything's weather dependent in this world, but yes. That'll be wait. And when's that one?
August 23rd.
August 23rd. Okay. And what I do, for the Facebook stuff and all that is I keep going on to I'll go on your guys' page, and then I share it onto the Facebook group, and then on Fridays I do a video. And I just list out all the events that are happening on that weekend. So every Friday will be for that next weekend's, or like for that weekend's events that I found on the internet. So I'll make sure I get you guys found and talk.
Thank you, Bob.
Yeah, we
and,
appreciate
and
that.
mentioned
Yeah.
and all that. And like I say, that was the reason I decided to start doing interviews with event organizers and different clubs and stuff like that. Is because it's a better way for people to get an idea of who they're dealing with, right?
Yes.
Who they're gonna throw their time behind. Like last week we had Thunder Rivers in Niagara Falls.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
and
there's it's coming up.
No, it was
I-
last weekend.
Oh, okay.
last weekend. So I
Yeah.
had them on Thursday night. Two of the organizers, and so the
Great.
husband's in a veterans club, and the wife's in a woman's RC club. So
Okay.
they're like not the only people. Obviously, their clubs and everything helped them, but they came on for the interview, and I think they looked like, from what I've seen online, they had a good turnout, a good weekend.
That's what I had heard too. Yeah, I heard that it was a good event.
They have good
successful.
weather.
Yeah, it was
Oh
really
man,
nice.
it was smoking hot last
Yeah.
weekend. Ooh, buddy.
Yeah.
That's the way it's been.
It's so crazy. I'm in the heating and cooling trade, and I haven't picked up a tool in over a week. I do Reliance subcontract calls. It's like there's no way we've fixed every air conditioner in London already, and it's 40 degrees out. You know what I mean?
Everybody's is already broken.
Yeah. The
And all the
problem
other
is,
heat waves.
you know, the problem is with the economy when there's uncertainty is people don't want to make a big ticket purchase.
Yeah.
And you know, you're not going to get a new AC in your house for much under, you know, 3,500, $4,000, right? So people don't want to do that. But I'm the guy who comes out and fixes them. I don't want to give you a new one. I'm not trying to sell nothing. I just want to come get you cool and go on and off to the next one. It was funny when it first got hot out. They give me 18 calls in a day. They knew I physically couldn't do that many, and now we're a month or so in. And I'm waiting for the phone to hello. Does the phone work? But no, that's cool. So you guys have a good chance to dovetail with the other clubs, and the events you guys put on. You welcome all the other riders and clubs and whatever's, right. It doesn't matter. It'd be good to see a bunch of you guys all kind of get together. But then again, you don't want to step on each other's toes. You don't want to get into.
No, we don't find a lot of that.
No.
We don't find a lot of that. We have no issues with other clubs. They seem to love being here, and we consider it an honor and a family. Like that's the way we look at it. I don't know how other people look at it.
Yeah.
But we're fine with all of that, really.
And that's what I mean. This motorcycle community up here in Canada is getting bigger.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's getting bigger all the time. It's nice for people to find a spot that they feel this is what I want to belong to, whether it's an RC that does a ride for dad, or whether it's like you guys do something every week. Like you guys are busy for as far as
Yeah,
the
and
club.
then when we're not busy, we do these like sunset rides. Well, that's like a Friday night. We get together. Anyone can go. You know, run what you brung. Go for an hour and a half all through Niagara, and end up in someone's backyard with a barbecue. And for a few bucks, you can have a burger and a glass of water. And enjoy the ride. A good ride and a place to go. And it's camaraderie. You know,
that's very welcoming that you guys do that too, man.
Yeah. Sometimes we'll end at our sponsors as well. Instead of going to a member's place, we'll go to one of our sponsors who have sponsored us throughout the year. We have a lot of like bars and restaurants in Niagara who have supported us. So we'll have a ride and end at their restaurant and support them back. Is
that every Friday guys do that?
No, it's sporadic. It's when we get a break. It's when we get time, right? It's when we get time to get out there. So the sunset rides have been quite a tradition here. We're also talking here about the SOS, support our sponsors. We have so many people that sponsor us. How do you get to everybody? So everyone, be patient with us. We're getting to you. We're coming out at some point.
Well, that's why I asked, because geez, you guys, if you do that every Friday and then the race days every Saturday?
Our race season is June and most of the weeks in July, and then we'll have one in September. So August is kind of our time where we don't have races, which is why the Bike Fest is happening then, and the Mustache Ride is happening then, and that's where a lot of the charity events are happening. But they've been well in the works of planning since, you know, the early spring, but we finally kind of get to execute them and have some time around here where the track's not running. Yeah, and then we'll be back for one last one in September.
So how come you don't run during August? Just because there's too many people doing other things, or just because you don't need to run that often?
It's a break, I guess.
I mean, traditionally we've done 8 weeks here in Welland for as long as I can remember. I mean, Sarah and I have been doing this for
30 years.
30 years, and I think it's always been, you know, June and July. It also lets our members have kind of a summer to themselves to go on vacation, because if we're all here on Saturday nights, we don't get to go places. And the rest of the weekends are filled in across Ontario with other races through that organization, Flat Track Canada. So it's not that racing is stopped, it's that it's just in other places.
Okay.
But we still continue on with our other events here.
Are you guys part of that organization too, the Flat Track Canada?
Yeah, we are. Yeah, we're the referees for that series as well.
So I think
there's races pretty much every Saturday until the end of September around the province.
That's cool. So is it one of the things where each race and you collect points and all that sort of stuff?
Yeah. So our race, we had one of the Flat Track Canada races at our facility. So those points were going towards the Welland series, but then it also went towards the Flat Track Canada National Series. So for anybody who goes to any of their races, they get points towards the national championship for the year. Most of them are in Ontario. I think there might be a race in Quebec later in the year in September as well.
That'd be fun to get over the border into Quebec.
Yeah, the following that they have there is
insane.
Like, we think we have a good following here. It is crazy. And honestly, some of the racers from Quebec are so talented. Like, they come here and they clean up.
Oh, really?
They do. They're so good. We have good racers, but they're like some of the kids from Quebec, and I'm saying kids because they're literally like 14, 15, 16 years old, and they're winning the expert class. So yeah, they're very, very competitive over there.
Oh, I didn't understand. Oh, so his comment meant you have to be in good shape to be a flat track racer.
Oh yeah. You definitely have to have some upper body control to muscle the bikes around the corners. Because if you've never seen flat track racing, I mean, if you go on YouTube, you'll find videos quite easily. But you're basically drifting around the corners.
Yeah.
So you have to be able to muscle that bike and keep it in the direction you want it going in.
Yeah. No, I've never seen one live, man. I got to go see one. And going back to Quebec, I was watching. They do like snow races over there, eh? Where they stud out their tires and they go for it.
They do that here too. I guess it's not really racing here, but on the canals, a lot of the guys that race here in the summer, they'll put studs on their tires and they'll go out on the canals or the lake, depending on how frozen it is. Sometimes quarries, ponds, and they'll go out just to have fun.
Yeah.
It's not like competitive. In Quebec, they do it as like an actual race series. We don't get enough ice here to do it for an entire series.
No, not anymore. Back in the 80s, we would have, but yeah.
Yeah.
Well, don't you remember? I remember when I was a kid going to school, so that would have been in the 80s or 70s, in the snowdrifts on the side of the highway were up over our cars. Now you don't even get a snowdrift.
Well, I think at one time years ago, we raced snowmobiles out here.
I've heard that. That was before my time.
In Port Colborne, there was ice racing, but
right here on the track.
Yeah, I've heard about it.
Yeah, a friend of mine, older friend of mine, raced professionally, and he said, "I loved racing at your club." I said, "What club? The motorcycle club? Yeah, snowmobiles." Like, you got to be kidding me. He said, "Oh no, years ago, Wes Pierce, that you saw before.
Yeah.
Wes organized racing on the track, snowmobile racing."
That's way before my time.
Yeah, before my time.
Yeah.
It sounds
before
like
my time, actually. that's going way back.
I think we lost him. Oh, no, it's just us.
It's us. You guys look great.
We're still live. I don't know how to get him to join back in.
Well, he'll come back. I'm sure he's panicking.
Ooh,
There we
There we
go.
go.
I went down. That was weird.
Well,
You're
talking
right
about
about
all that
panicking.
snowmobile racing, that's
Yeah, the internet just decided to go on break. That's the first time it's ever done that to me.
Yeah, we weren't sure what to do. It said we were live without you.
I'm glad you guys waited. Thank you so much for that. Like, what the hell? No, man, it sounds like another part of the motorcycle community that I hope that there's. Oh, the net is choppy where you are too. Yeah, we're probably in some sort of crazy thing going on there with Elon and everybody. But this is another part of the motorcycle community that I don't know. Like maybe just from my own perception, I don't feel like that many people know about it. So I hope that a lot of people catch this video and go check out your website and the Facebook page, and at least at the very least come and check out a racer or an
Yeah.
evening of
Thank you.
racing and stuff, right?
Yeah.
And then, like you say, you guys got a deep history. Come on in and check out that clubhouse. Now I've talked myself into. I got to be down
you
there.
have to.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
have
We'll have to leave you a free pass at the gate if you make it to our race in September.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be wicked. Yeah, that'd be really wicked. So yeah, that'll be the one I'm going to try to get on down to. Even if you know what, even if the thing with the FXR doesn't pan out, I got a car.
Yeah.
Drive down
Absolutely.
here. Bring your YouTube camera. We'll do a walk through the
There you go.
clubhouse. An
Exactly.
interview in the clubhouse.
Exactly.
We'll even break out President Jack Wilson for an interview with you. He's a lot of fun.
We bring the mayor again.
And yeah,
Yeah.
he'd come in a heartbeat.
So I'm going to go back in and edit the description once all this stuff. It takes a minute to land on YouTube and all that stuff. And I'll put the link for the website and the link for the Facebook group
Okay, awesome.
and all that stuff. Hey, panel, thanks, brother. Yep. And hit the like button, everyone that's watching. It makes a difference here on my end. I'm like this close to 1,000 subscribers. So we just have to get up over that hump.
Yep.
And out of 1,000, YouTube starts giving me some chances to make money, which would be nice, but it's not the whole reason I'm doing it. I wouldn't have been doing it this long if I was worried about money. You know what I mean? This is just something I do because I love to do it. And I love to meet everyone in the motorcycle community from all the different parts. You know what I mean? And like you say, make sure that people understand that there's more to it and there's lots of things you can do. And if you're a new rider, this is the sort of stuff I really try to get across to new riders. These are the type of events and people you want to meet if you're a new rider, because they won't lead you down a garden path. They won't lead you astray, and they'll make sure you're safe and they're inviting. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
It's very inviting. And
Yeah, all of our group rides, we've had single riders come out and be like, "Oh, I don't know, I don't have anybody to ride with," and it's just like, go hang out in the parking lot. Like when a group leaves, like join them. Nobody's gonna stop you. Everybody's gonna be more than welcome to just join in.
That's how we got some of our new members.
Yeah.
They just showed up one day on a ride and they just kept hanging around and made friends and now they're members. Yeah.
Perfect. Now they're family, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And everybody here, like all walks of life, teachers, surgeons, I mean, you name it. Everybody, doctors, yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah, I mean, people like me. There's all kinds of people. They've been putting up with me for a long time here. Sorry about that. But we really do have great people here.
Yeah.
And very friendly. Like you say, welcoming.
Yes.
That's a key. That's the key part to this.
That's a big part of it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Without the members, we can't do it, And without the beautiful race fans that come out to watch our races, we can't do it. We need the fans and
the racers.
And the racers, my goodness, did I forget
the most important part for us.
Yeah, because
they're the
you kind of need them, right?
and that's off to everybody that puts in their time and their money and their effort and becomes a racer.
Sure.
Yeah,
a
lot of guts.
Yeah. I have just a quick story for you.
Cool.
We built on the 75th anniversary. We built a pace car. Now we don't use it as a pace car because, it's an Impala car first of all, with our colors on it, and it's got emergency lighting and all the things that you have. But the motorcycles would eat it alive. So we can't really use it as a pace car, but we use it for public relations, and the Hope Center is on there, and we have sponsors on there. The Vintage Motorcycle Group is on there, and so on. And it's incredible. If I'm standing beside the pace car, just off to one side, behind the grandstands, and a family walks by, I might say to them with the window down, the driver's window down, would you like your son Bobby to sit in the car and wave and pretend he's running the pace car?
Yeah.
Oh, we can do that? I said, well, sure. Do you have a camera? Mom, get your camera. Dad, get your camera out.
Yeah.
And they take the picture, and then the little girl, she's going to want to get her picture. And then, oh, thanks very much. Oh, no, Mom, get in here. You get Mom in there, and she does the wave, and then Dad, of course, we got to do him. I've done that 100 times.
And
when
then
they
it gets
walk
all
away,
over social media.
When they walk away, they go, man, that was awesome. And it was just sitting in a car. But that's what this is about,
Yeah. I like that. I like that. You guys, I'm glad I got you guys on here and got to meet you and all that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely. There'll be a small fee, isn't there? Don't we charge a small fee for this? Just kidding, Bob.
Yeah, man. No, I like it. You guys are family friendly and all that stuff. You tick a lot of boxes out there for people, and I hope that people take the time to watch this, because I think it's an important part of the motorcycle scene, right?
Mm-hmm.
All of it is an important part. From the fundraiser to the having fun, to the riding your motorcycle around. Don't just sit it in your garage.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Don't buy that thing and store it in your garage. It's not where it goes. All right. Did you guys did you guys want to mention anything else that we didn't touch on?
No, I think we're good. We've talked about our big 3 upcoming events.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
When in doubt, send us a message on Facebook if you have any questions.
Absolutely.
Anybody's interested in coming to any of the rides or getting involved in racing, not sure what you need, send us a message. We'll be more than happy to get you any information you need.
Awesome. So
And if you're looking for a membership, look for come here.
Yeah.
We'll
Wednesday nights.
Wednesday nights. Yeah. Wednesday nights, 8:00 sharp.
8:00. Okay. All right. Well, I think that we hit everything that I was hoping to touch on today. And we steered away some stuff that we talked about earlier that we'd rather not. So I think that we're pretty good to wrap it up if you guys are.
Sure. Yeah, I think so. Thanks so much, Bob.
Yeah, thank you very much.
I really appreciate you guys and everything you guys do for like you say, the motorcycle community and for your community down there in Welland. I mean, it means a lot to everyone to treat their hometowns with the respect and everything, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I think that we're going to wrap it up with that one. I want to thank Welland County MC for joining me, and everybody in the chat for joining us. I thank you guys all. 57 Straight Leg, you're new to me. I appreciate you coming along, bro. Tommy, as always, thank you, brother. Paneliverse, you too, my man. And Stefano, thanks you all, you guys. It was wicked to have you guys in the chat with us. And again, thanks so much for Welland County MC and, of course, their Speedway track. And anyone, get down there this summer. Next big race is coming up in September, right?
Yep. September 6th.
September. So get on down there in September. All right. I want to thank you guys again.
Hey, thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks. Bye.
Thanks so much. Take care. There we go.